Sara Haines had always been a bright light in the world of television. With her infectious laughter and genuine warmth, she quickly became a beloved figure on NBC. However, behind the scenes, Sara was grappling with a growing sense of frustration and discontent. After years of working on Today, she felt as though she was being held back from the hosting roles she so desperately wanted. It all began when she joined the Today show as a correspondent. Sara loved the energy of the morning show, the camaraderie with her colleagues, and the opportunity to connect with viewers. But as time went on, she noticed a pattern. Despite her talent and dedication, she was often overlooked for hosting opportunities, especially in favor of her male counterparts. It was as if an invisible barrier had been erected, and she was stuck on the other side. Sara's frustration reached a boiling point when she learned that her colleague, who had less experience, was being considered for a hosting role she had long coveted. It felt like a slap in the face, and she couldn't shake the feeling that her potential was being stifled. The more she thought about it, the more she realized that she needed to take control of her own narrative. One evening, after a particularly challenging day at work, Sara sat in her apartment, surrounded by the remnants of takeout containers and a pile of laundry that had gone untouched for days. She felt like a mess, physically and emotionally. The weight of her unfulfilled dreams was heavy on her shoulders, and she knew she had to make a change. "I had to go," she whispered to herself, the words echoing in the silence of her apartment. It was a realization that had been brewing for months, but now it felt like a declaration. She needed to break free from the constraints that had been placed on her, to reclaim her voice in her career. The next day, Sara made the difficult decision to leave NBC. It was a leap into the unknown, but she felt a sense of liberation wash over her. She was ready to explore new opportunities, to find a platform where her talents would be recognized and celebrated. It was time to embrace her true self, unencumbered by the limitations that had held her back for so long. As she stepped into the next chapter of her life, Sara found herself in a whirlwind of new experiences. She began hosting her own segments, collaborating with other talented women in the industry, and even launching her own podcast. The freedom to express herself creatively was exhilarating, and she quickly discovered that her voice resonated with audiences in ways she had never imagined. Through her journey, Sara became an advocate for women in media, using her platform to highlight the importance of representation and equality. She shared her story openly, encouraging others to break free from the constraints that held them back. Her message was clear: it was time to shatter the glass ceiling and create a space where everyone could thrive. Thank you for watching.